Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Homemade TV. Today I'm going to tell you guys about Dorico's print mode. So let's go. Alrighty, so in order to access print mode, you can click here or just press Ctrl 5 on Windows or Command 5 on Mac. Alright, once you're here, you have two panels, right? As usual, you have the left and the right panel, and then there will be no lower panel here, all right? The properties as you have in the other modes. So on the left, you have your layouts, and if you click on each, you can just choose whichever one you want to work on. And as you can see, they're changing. And on your right side, you have ways to print them or to export them. Now, look, there are two options here, two main options, and one is printer and one is graphics. The printer lets you print directly to your printer, and the graphics lets you export as PDF, PNG, or other sorts of graphic file types. And now let's start and see what we can do with the printer. So I just click on it and it's blue, which is selected, and I'm going to click down here, and there's going to be the list that you already have on your operating system of your printers, but I have installed a new version of Windows, so I haven't installed my printers, so you're not going to see them here. And next to it, below here, you have the number of copies that you can specify, which you can just change it. And collate copies is just about the order of your printing. And once you go down, you have the job type. And this stuff that I'm explaining right now, it's quite similar to a normal printer or a normal copying machine. And for example, you can say if you want all of your pages to be printed, or you can say, hey, you want certain pages to be printed, or if you want to print certain flows. For example, I'm going to click here and then choose, and then I can choose whatever I want. All right. And also you have different types of job types here that you can print. Let me show you. For example, if I put it on booklet, everything will be set up as a booklet style or spreads. You can see, really nice. And now let's go back again to the page setup. We have the page setup here, which you can specify whatever type of page size you want, wherever you are in the world. You can just choose your standard. And then you have the option to set it to landscape or to set it to portrait. Now, as you can see, when I change the page type here, the score is not really changing while we want it to change. That is because we need to change the actual score and not the printing. And in order to do that, go to your setup mode and right down here. Wait, let me see. I think I'm blocking somewhere in the way. I'm going to move myself up. Yep, I went up. All right, and you can see it. Where are you? Yeah, down here. You can see this guy here. And once you open it, you can choose your orientation and just click on apply and it will change it. All right. Now, actually, I'm going to close it. Doesn't really matter. I'm going to go back to where I was before. Now let's go back to printing. And there are more settings here that you can specify. Print odd final page, or you can say the custom scaling for the size of your score. So for example, if I set it to 200 now, you can see it's a bit bigger and it's popping out. But it's not really necessary to use it here, but just for you to know. And then we have duplex printing is for printers which have duplex printing, so you can print on both sides automatically. And then the last one, which is annotations, which is a fun one, which lets you, for example, add date and time under your score. And as you can see, it's tiny bit down here, the lines here. And the fun one that I like is the watermark. So for example, imagine you have a demo or a proposal or something that is not the final version, or you don't want to share the final version, you can just write demo here. Let's see, It's a bit slow. All right, as you can see, now it's written demo here. Now let's go up to see what the graphics are. Quite similar options we have here, and some of them are missing because they're not really, they don't apply to this option that we have. But then if you want to choose, for example, PDF, PNG, SVG, or TIFFs, you can also use it here. You can just choose whatever you want. For example, I want a PNG. And once you have graphic file types, you can also choose the resolution that you want based on the settings that you have. The higher the resolution, the better quality it will be. So for example, if you're printing on posters and stuff, it will be nice to have a higher resolution. But for PDF, it doesn't really matter. And we go down here. This is the destination folder of your files. So you can save your files wherever you want. You can just choose your location. Oh, by the way, if you want, you can also join my channel for a tiny monthly fee to support me and also to benefit from the perks, such as a private Discord server where we can chat together over your problems or if you have any questions, and also to have early access for future videos. And if you have requests, I'm also at your service. And now let's continue with the tutorial. This is a really fun and useful one. Let's see what these means. When you export a score, so this you see the preview here, it's going to say number 1, full score, and the name of my piece. Now these are connected to the recipe we have here, okay? For example, this 01, which is connected to the $N, is from this layout number, okay? So if you have multiple layout numbers, when you export them, there will be layout number 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is good. So in a situation where you have multiple files, and this just do them automatically, okay? You don't have to put number 1, number 2, export, number 3, export, and so on. But let's see. What I'm going to do now is that I'm just going to delete it and show you how it works. And if you change it, you're going to see that this is not changing here. And that is because you just have to click here and then it goes back. This is like a workaround for it to work. And it's still on PDF. And as you can see, it's now full score, compulsions, incident, and memories. Okay. But in general, what I like to do is to just, I'm going to delete this. I'm going to write project file name, for example, and you can also write the project title if you want, and the date of it. So this is a pretty good one to start. And I don't really like the default one. And sometimes also it's good to just have this one removed. So it's just T and D. Let me show you. It's just the name of my piece with the date. And it works really nice. And also, if you're wondering where this date is coming from, this is the date of now. And it just puts it automatically, which is pretty useful to keep your files organized. And now once you're done with here, you can just click on OK. And you have the same stuff here, which you can export the way you want, the PDF. And you have the page setup here. It works the same as I told you before. So you need to modify it in your page setup as you please. And the rest are also the same. Until now, we talked about everything in Dorico, almost everything. I mean, not like really the writing options or engrave mode options, the really detailed ones, but we will hopefully go to that too. And in the future, I'll be making more videos about workflows and more tips and tricks. So it would mean a lot if you press that like button and subscribe for more content. And if you have questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section. And till later, bye-bye.